My name's Rata Taylor, involved in a family farming partnership here. We farm at Greenthorpe, which is sort of southwest New South Wales, about 600mm rainfall here. We're mixed farming on 2,500 hectares, 3/4 of which is winter cropping, predominantly wheat and canola, and we also run a livestock enterprise of about 4,000 merino ewes. So we also run a hay enterprise, a bit of commercial hay, legume hay and cereal hay. So yeah, that's basically what we do here. About a couple of years ago now, probably 2 years ago, we had a massive windstorm that swept through the property and created a lot of damage. We lost a few roofs off sheds, and it just stripped big trees and dropped limbs, and trees blew down on fences and all over, scattered over paddocks, and it was a big clean-up, a massive mess actually. And we've only ever run stick rakes and hay forks and that type of thing. We've got two or three front end loaders, but I've seen the Power Claw attachment advertised, and I thought that'd be a great tool just to speed the process up. Whilst you can do it with a stick rake and all that, it's just slower, and we couldn't get move big logs, or this thing's nice and clean. It doesn't sort of drag trenches across the paddock, and the beauty of it on a telehandler, you've got 7 metres of reach, and you can lift over a fence or stack the timber up nice and high to burn it, that type of thing. So it was just a lot more convenient and efficient than what it was to what we were previously using. Yeah, so additionally we bought the Power Claw to predominantly clean up after that storm, but since we've owned it, we've found so many other uses for it. It's quite multifunctional. Particularly, we used it for things like fencing jobs, cleaning up along the fence line, using the bottom jaw as a sort of basically a stick rake and cleaning up the bulk of rubbish and stacking it. Also found it really useful for cutting firewood, for picking up a log or something like that, and you can work on it one end at a high height rather than on the ground, so it's a lot easier on your body. What else have we used it for? Oh, things like even cleaning up silage heaps where there's plastic on the ground, and it gets sort of hard to pick up and roll up, so even if we scoop it all up and push it into a big heap, you can dispose of it that way. Yeah, so it's got a lot of functions, and a lot more than we probably initially thought, but because the jaws open so wide and you've got that ability to grab materials and move them wherever you want, it's a real multi-purpose implement. Our experience when we purchased the Power Claw was pretty straightforward. It was very streamlined. It was simply, I've seen the product advertised and seen some good photographs of it. I hadn't actually seen one in the flesh, so I possibly had a few reservations about that, but just rang up, got a quote, and when it did turn up, everything was fine. Like, the build quality is good, and everything that was said with the implement was accurately described. So I was, very happy with it. Just went straight on the machine. Everything fitted up perfectly. The hydraulic fittings were just as we ordered, so no surprises, and yeah, very happy with the process. So I could say anyone that's looking at purchasing an implement like this, a few things I really considered was its build quality, its strength, the geometry of the jaws. I think it's really important to pick up logs and things so they don't slip out, and this is perfect. The other thing is the 3 pivot points on the top jaw, which it gives it that added strength and stability, which is pretty important. So I'd really be looking at those couple of things. So my experience with Power Claw and Rata has been a positive one. Had no issues. The whole process was streamlined. I've had no problems with the machine at all. So I'd thoroughly recommend the product and the company. As I said, it's been very satisfying, and what they said the machine could do, it can, and yeah, completely happy.